from Central Florida. This is All Access Indy, Tampa. Coming up, the biggest night in sports is here. The Chiefs and the Buccaneers ready to battle in Super Bowl 55.
We've got a chance now to go accomplish the ultimate goal. And we're 4 quarters away.
Guys that weren't satisfied with just winning one Super Bowl, they wanted to be back in this game, they want to win it.
Also on the way, Buccaneers coach Bruce Arians has had a long journey to becoming a Super Bowl head coach, including a memorable stint in the Circle City.
I don't have to do any pleading with anybody in Indianapolis or the state of Indiana to root for this guy.
Plus, former Super Bowl winning Colts coach Tony Dungy joins us on the show from Tampa. Who is the Hall of Fame coach picking to win the big game? Find out tonight. And the Colts may be watching from home, but they join the show for insight and predictions on Brady versus Mahomes.
Tom Brady, I don't know what you can say. That's just greatness.
Get on board. The ride of a lifetime with All Access Indy, Tampa, starts now.
Welcome to Tampa for Super Bowl 55. It's a year unlike any other, but this city is ready to play host to the biggest night in football. Hello, everybody. Welcome to All Access Indy, Tampa. I'm Anthony Calhoun. Who would have thought at the start of this NFL season that we would even be talking about a Super Bowl? But the NFL has been able to navigate its way through this pandemic. No canceled games the entire season. And now we only have 2 teams standing, the Chiefs and the Buccaneers. Kansas City comes in as defending Super Bowl champs, while Tampa Bay is the first team in NFL history to play in a Super Bowl in its home stadium. Both teams ready to go. Super Bowl 55, a matchup of football superstars, Brady versus Mahomes.
When I see Patrick, I see someone who, again, was, none of these moments are too big for him. And the times that I've had a chance to talk to him off the field, certainly enjoyed it.
If you're a young athlete and you play any sport and you don't look up to guys like Tom Brady, then you're crazy. I mean, a guy that's had success year in and year out.
The last 2 Super Bowl winning quarterbacks will take center stage on Sunday, and both won another Lombardi trophy.
I've been a part of that ultimate goal 6 other times. So they're all different. They've all meant something a little bit different to me. They've all been very unique in their own way. And it'd just be cool to accomplish it this time. I don't compare them to the other times. Those were all magical moments in my life, and no one could ever take those away from me. And hopefully we can finish this season strong and, win a Super Bowl.
A great group of people and some great leaders in this locker room. Guys that weren't satisfied with just winning one Super Bowl, they wanted to be back in this game and they want to win it. And so they knew that it took hard work every single day. We couldn't just show up and be back in this game. They put in the work. And so I'm just excited to have another opportunity to accomplish our main goal, and that's to win the Super Bowl.
Tampa Bay will be looking for its first Super Bowl win since 2003, and winning the biggest game in football on your home field has been the vision all season for the Bucs.
Look over at that stadium because they're going to play the Super Bowl in that stadium. Either you're dressing in your lockers or somebody's dressing in your locker. All right, make sure it's you, and then put it to bed. And then watch this team grow and grow and grow and start to get cohesive and really, really play our best ball in the playoffs. It's been very, very rewarding.
The Chiefs will be trying to become the first team to win back-to-back Super Bowls since Brady and the Patriots did it back in 2005.
Doesn't matter if you're trying to get a Super Bowl win for your first time or you're going for your second one, you better take care of and follow the process. So that's one thing our guys have done. They've been able to focus on that through COVID. There's ups and downs through all the testing that goes on and so on.
And all the talk this week has been about the quarterbacks, Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes, the GOAT against the kid. And look at the comparisons this season. Very similar. 47 touchdowns for Brady, 42 for Mahomes. The yards similar as well, but the Super Bowl appearance is 10 for Tom, only 2 so far for Patrick. 6 Super Bowl wins for Brady and 1 Super Bowl win for Mahomes. Meanwhile, this city behind me is getting ready to host its 5th Super Bowl. Only 3 other cities have hosted more Super Bowls than Tampa. And you know what? It makes this year even sweeter. That's because their home team's playing in the big game. But boy, have there been some memorable moments when it comes to the Super Bowls here in Tampa, on and off the field. From Whitney Houston's iconic singing of the national anthem in 1991 during the Gulf War, to the Steelers' dramatic win versus the Cardinals in 2009. The host committee says it's ready to play host to an exciting weekend.
It's historic to think that it's the very first time in the 55 editions of this incredible event for it to be the first ever hometown team to play in it. But you know, the Chiefs Kingdom, Kansas City, back-to-back Sunshine State Super Bowls. They have a fantastic following, so it's the best of both worlds.
5th Super Bowl. We've had the College Football National Championship game. We've had the Republican National Convention. We've had the International Indian Film Awards, first time in the U.S. So we know how to put on big events.
As we mentioned, this will be the 5th time this city will play host to the big game. The first Super Bowl was back in 1984 here, and the last Super Bowl, 2009. How about this? The average Super Bowl temperature here in Tampa, 67 degrees. Now, only 22,000 fans will be given access to the game on Sunday because of COVID-19. 7,500 of those fans will be for vaccinated healthcare workers invited by the NFL for free. All right, we're just getting started here in All Access Indy, Tampa. Colts fans, get ready. We got a story you don't want to miss. Coming up, we're taking you back 18 years ago. Remember that dramatic game, the Colts and the Bucks, the Monday Night Miracle? We'll flash back to that game. And speaking of the Colts, former Colts Super Bowl winning coach Tony Dungy, he's here. He'll join us on the show. We'll get Coach's take on the big game between the Bucks and the Chiefs. Who is he picking? Find out next year, coming up from Tampa.
All Access Indy, Tampa. Sponsored by Xfinity, Rio Mechanical, and Wilson Kehoe Winningham.
Raymond James Stadium, the site of Super Bowl 55 between the Buccaneers and the Chiefs. Hi, everybody. Welcome back here to All Access Indy, Tampa. Anthony Calhoun here with you tonight. And who else better to talk about this big matchup than this guy right here? I know you folks back in Indianapolis, you know the face, former Colts Super Bowl winning coach that is. He spent some time with the Buccaneers as their coach as well. Assistant with Kansas City, the Hall of Famer himself, the great Tony Dungy here with us tonight. Coach, thank you so much for joining us. Let me start first with this. You've won a Super Bowl. You've been in Super Bowls before as a player as well. What is it like preparing for this big game in football?
Oh, I tell you, right about now, you're starting to really feel it. Yeah, the week at home preparing, and you know it's a Super Bowl, but it's really just, hey, game plan, practice, get things down. And then as the week starts to wind down and you know the game's coming, that's when you know, hey, we're going to have 120 million people watching this. Everything's on the line. You start to get the nervous stomachs.
All right, well, the big talk all week long has to do with those quarterbacks, Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes. I mean, you've seen these players over the years. You know them well, especially Tom Brady. Yeah, we know Indy, right? But let's start first with Tom, trying to win his 7th Super Bowl. How amazing has he been this year for the Buccaneers?
It's been fantastic. First of all, at 43 years old, but then secondly, to come to a new organization. You've been 20 years in one system. Now you've got new terminology. So to put that chemistry together in such a short time and be 43 years old, it's just phenomenal.
Patrick Mahomes, how about this, trying to win back-to-back Super Bowls?
I've never seen a young quarterback like this. You know, we look at the physical skills and the throwing, but the mastery of the game, understanding football, he's the best at a young age that I've ever seen.
All right, you know, Colts fans, they're very familiar with this place here in Tampa. We're going to go back 18 years, my man. That was on your birthday, the Monday Night Miracle, Colts against the Bucks, and what a wild scene that was.
We start off getting a 21-0 hole. We can't do anything right. We kind of fight our way back a little bit. They take over again, get up 35-14, and you think there's really no chance to win this game. But we had Peyton Manning. We had some other guys who were definitely into it with great effort, and we end up winning in overtime.
And you had told me, what did Tom Moore tell you when the game, like it was not way you guys were going to come back?
35-14 with 5 minutes to go, and I said, Tom, maybe we shouldn't get anybody hurt. Let's just, pack it in.
Yeah.
And Tom said, you don't know Peyton Manning. I wouldn't do that if I were you. And I'm so glad he said that.
Peyton Manning looks like, I'm pretty confident about this. He's going to be going to the Hall of Fame. He'll find out on Saturday that he's going to be a part of the class coming up this year. What a tremendous career.
It really has been, and I've said it before, all the characteristics you look for in a Hall of Famer on the field, but to me, even more of a Hall of Famer off the field. The mark that he made in Indianapolis, what he did for our city, for our team, for our fans, a class act on and off the field, true Hall of Famer.
All right, so before we get out of here, I got to get your prediction. Who are you picking to win Super Bowl 55?
I'm not going to pick the team, but I'm going to pick the score. I'm worried about Kansas City's offensive line, so I'm going to say it's going to be 41-38.
And you're not going to tell us the team?
I don't know who's going to win.
Oh my
Who has
goodness,
the ball
Coach.
last?
All right, who's got the ball last? All right, Coach Dungy, always great to see you, my friend, and all the best to you. Enjoy the game on Sunday, okay?
Thank you, AC.
All right, so talking to one former Colts head coach, we got another one on the way. Coming up next year on All Access Indy, we got a story right for you Colts fans. We're connecting with Chuck Pagano. He's got a great relationship with Bruce Arians, and he's as candid as ever about his friend. You don't want to miss that story. And still to come, we're also connecting tonight with some Colts players. Who are they picking to win the biggest game in football? We'll talk to them and much more. It's all coming up here on All Access Indy, Tampa. What a beautiful scene here in Tampa. And I tell you folks, the NFL experience is always a favorite among the fans. Welcome back here to All Access Indy, Tampa. I'm Anthony Calhoun. You know, last year, Andy Reid won his first Super Bowl title at the age of 61. The Bucs head coach Bruce Arians will be going for his first Super Bowl win as a head coach after 27 years in the NFL. You know, his journey actually went through the city of Indianapolis, and our Olivia Ray has more on his connection to the Colts.
Guy's got the Midas touch, man. I mean, only BA could pull this off. You know what he pulled off in 212, and now what he's pulled off in Tampa? Only BA. You know, this is destiny. I mean, you can't write another script like this, ever.
The recently retired Chuck Pagano finally has some time to sit back and soak in his friend's glory. His former Colts offensive coordinator Bruce Arians is one single game away from winning it all. But if Chuck lets his mind wander, he realizes just how different things would have been if their paths hadn't crossed at exactly the right time and place in Indy.
The stars had to line just perfectly. Never forget saying, you know, I said, hey, BA, I said, I'm just checking in. Heard you were retired. And he goes, well, that just depends on what you're talking about.
The phone call responsible for resurrecting Arians' career.
What a godsend, because nobody knew what was coming.
And some may call it fate, karma, or even divine intervention. But months after Pagano hired Arians as his offensive coordinator, he had to turn to him again to lead the Colts as interim head coach while he was here, fighting for his life against cancer.
There were times when I never thought it would happen. I never thought I'd get a head coaching job. And
Beating the Packers in that first game and letting Jim Irsay take that game ball down to the hospital and give it to Chuck.
I don't think there's any left to shed. We've shed, you know, more tears over the years. It's just you have a debt of gratitude that, you know, you can never, you know, never repay. And so to see him, you know, right now in this moment is pretty darn special.
Now, Arians did the unthinkable for the 2012 Colts, pulling off one of the best one-season turnarounds in NFL history, a performance only outdone by Tampa Bay's current postseason run. So Bruce has been there, he's done that, and his former boss was pretty straightforward with his Super Bowl pep talk.
He deserves this. It's tough to accomplish what he's already accomplished, but to see him come back and now go in another set of circumstances, go get this done, it's just remarkable.
The message is be you, don't change, and he's not going to. You know, let the fur fly. Let it rip, man. This is the moment you've worked your whole life for. So I don't have to do any pleading with anybody in Indianapolis or the state of Indiana to root for this guy. This is an easy guy to root for.
Here's to things finally coming full circle for Bruce Arians. Olivia Ray, All Access Indy, Tampa.
All the best to Bruce Arians. He was a lot of fun to cover during his time in Indy. All right, we're taking a timeout, but still to come here on All Access Indy, Tampa. We're connecting with some Colts players to get their prediction on the big game. That's next.
All Access Indy, Tampa. Sponsored by Xfinity, Rio Mechanical, and Wilson Kehoe Winningham.
Tampa, the place to be as we're getting one step closer for the big game between the Chiefs and the Buccaneers. We're back here in All Access Indy, Tampa. Anthony Calhoun here with you tonight, and we're getting a chance now to connect with some Colts players. We're huddling up with the Horseshoe to get their take on the big game. Our Charlie Clifford has more.
We are setting the stage for Sunday night with a new lead broadcaster, a voice you may recognize.
We're here live in Tampa, Florida for the Super Bowl. We got Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, the red hot offense that cannot be stopped, going against the GOAT, Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Bucks.
This week we put Darius Leonard and the Colts behind the mic for expert analysis on the big game, beginning with one question. Is Patrick Mahomes actually human?
Unfortunately, no, but they are beatable. They are beatable. We can't lose sight of that. But they are a great team. You want to try to get them to stay under like 20, 19 points, 20 points. So good luck with that. But
I mean, just watching his last two games, he's getting everybody with the same move. A little hezzy, and then when he escaped the pocket, he's getting everybody with the same little spin move. You get shut down. Tyreek Hill, just make Travis Kelce catch short routes in front of you. You'll be good.
When you playing guys like that, when you're in the huddle, when you get the call, you're just more locked in because you know I have to do my job. But man, they look scary on TV.
For the former AFC archenemy, only one person around here truly understands the task of topping a team led by Tommy.
With Tom Brady, I don't know what you can say. I mean, that's just greatness. That's just hard to imagine. You have to throw all the charts out and the age things with him. You know, we'll just have to make sure he was born on this planet when it's all said and done, because he appears to be from another world.
The most scrutinized part of the entire game is the Pepsi halftime show. 3-time Grammy winner, The Weeknd, takes the big stage for his moment in front of the entire country. Meanwhile, back around here, the best dancer in town, he puts a little extra pressure on the performance.
Oh, man, if I was doing a halftime show, man, I'll put on the show. I think I'll be the best performer. I give you energy, enthusiasm, good vocals, everything.
It would definitely be more entertaining, to say the least. He'd probably pull up in one of his onesies or something crazy. I gotta take the weekend. I'm sorry. That's my boy, but I'm sorry.
Start to finish, the spectacle is mapped out. Now, we need predictions.
I got Tampa.
I got Kansas City. Kansas City by 10.
I just feel like you can't go against the Bucks. I feel like they're just rolling.
Who are you going with? Charlie Clifford, All Access Indy, Tampa.
How about that? Always a great time hanging out with your Indianapolis Colts. All right, folks, now it's time for predictions. So here we go. Our Olivia Ray, she's going with the Chiefs. Our Charlie Clifford, he's going with Kansas City as well. And yours truly, I'm going with the Buccaneers. Yeah, I'm going with the home team. Tom Brady trying to win his 7th Super Bowl ring. Boy, wouldn't that be something? Thank you so much, folks, for watching All Access Indy Tampa. Don't forget to switch to Wish TV immediately following the game for all your live Super Bowl 55 coverage from right here in Tampa. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Have a great night.